We've all heard the statistics. A large percentage of businesses fail within the first year.
There are many reasons why a business closes shop, and it usually comes down to who's running the business. Here's a quick tip on some money management.
If we walked into a room and there were 25, 30 people sitting in a room, and they were all self-employed people, 60% of them, so 25 of the 30, 24 of the 30 would fail. Their businesses would close before they reach the end of their first year. That's scary, and that's a national statistic. And I think, I know that the reason businesses fail is not because people aren't good at what they do. They generally go into business because they're excellent at what they do and they love it. Their businesses fail because they don't have a clue that they have to run their business.
Not paying their taxes can cause businesses to fail, most notably your GST. After collecting this tax, cash-strapped businesses can make the mistake of spending this money instead of passing it on to the government.
It's all of those little things, learning how to sell, learning about tax, learning about keeping a set of books. It's the running your business stuff, and that's not a lot of fun. The management of money is a spiral, and it's probably the first spiral that corkscrews people down into closing. And it happens at the very beginning when they don't start with any kind of a structure. And this sounds boring, but it doesn't need to be boring. But it's keeping track of receipts, keeping track of what you've made, and keeping track of what you owe. And that's a lot of work when you're out there trying to sell and do the passionate part of your business. And when we work with people, my suggestion is two things really. Register for GST immediately. The government will say, you don't have to register till you're making $30,000, and we all know the figure's $30,000. So if you're not registered for GST, what are you telling everybody? I'm not that good yet. I'm not making $30,000 a year yet. So register immediately. And at the same time as you register, go to your bank and set up the cheapest little savings account you can find. Doesn't have to have checking privileges, and put your GST money in there. So you deposit a bill that's been paid, you deposit it to your business account, and you transfer the GST amount into that savings account, and it sits there, and 4 times a year you have the money to send in. And if not, you will have spent the money. I can promise, because I used to do that. So that having that extra just account to set it aside. Same thing with PST. For people who are eligible and have to collect and pay in PST, it's brutal. It's an interest rate per day, and it's very high.
Remember, although a lot of startup businesses fail, your odds for success turn around for businesses who seek professional help.
Big Fish Video Productions.